It is July 9th, and today the courts have delivered their decision on the Crown's appeal of Derek Rymer's acquittal.
We don't have our cameras active.
We are now calling the police. Stop.
He has to spend another year, however long, of his life defending himself in court. We're in year 3. This protest happened in January, February 2023.
Rymer, the Calgary street pastor, was acquitted after being charged for protesting a drag queen story hour at the Seton Public Library back in 2023. Charges that sparked national debate about free speech, public spaces, and what counts as mischief. The Crown wasn't satisfied with the non-guilty verdict and argued the following. The Crown argued that the first trial judge made an error in law, that the trial judge did not consider normal and customary use of the reading with royalty room. The trial judge used Derek's instance of being physically assaulted as a basis for acquittal. And lastly, the Crown argued that the trial judge failed to evaluate the reactions of the attendees of the reading with royalty program. He asked the court to overturn the acquittal and order a new trial. Today, the judge overturned the original acquittal, meaning Rymer will face a retrial on this charge. All right, Andrew, what happened in the courtroom today?
In the courtroom today, let's situate ourselves because there's lots of court action with this Derek Rymer case. The very first protest he did, that's where it all got started, and that's the most well-known one. That's the one where there's footage of the people organizing the drag queen event, throwing him out of the room, and he gets charged for all of this. And at his trial, after almost more than a year and a half, after almost a couple of years in the system, he was finally acquitted of the charges stemming from that protest last September. The prosecution appealed that acquittal, and after they appealed the acquittal, it came down today that acquittal was overturned, that he's going back to trial again for another shot at it, I guess.
And we heard the judge today say that she actually never even watched the original footage of the incident. What would you say about that?
We don't have our cameras active.
We are now calling the police. Stop. We have the police coming, so it is your choice to leave or deal with the police.
Very abusive in there.
We are going
For
to...
love is love.
Hey,
Love is
guys.
like very hateful, very abusive.
Why are you disrupting the program?
Because it's wicked.
Okay. As a parent of kids in there, you need to get out.
Why are you so uncomfortable with this conversation? Because we don't even trust the program.
In appeals, appeals is not the arena for fact-finding, so it's not her role to watch the initial footage or to make a determination of the merits. She has a bit of a more legal role to determine whether the initial judge basically issued a fair enough decision or not. So she found that his decision was unfair, basically, because he misinterpreted the law. This judge the judge who issued the trial decision has actually written quite a lot of the law. It's been followed across the country by on the subject of causing a disturbance, which was the subject matter of the charge. He wrote the law, that law has been followed, but this appeals judge decided that the trial judge, who again wrote the law on the subject to a great degree, made significant errors in his legal analysis, and that's why it's going back for trial again.
And lastly, what sort of restrictions is Derek facing now?
Derek could go to jail for this if he's convicted at this new trial. But I think maybe more importantly than this, he has to spend another year, however long, of his life defending himself in court. We're in year 3. This protest happened in January, February 2023. It happened 2.5 years ago. We're 2.5 years in. We're in year 3. We're going to go into year 4 now with this new trial, and it seems like this is year 3 of X. I'm not seeing an end in sight to the legal battles that Derek is fighting from this.
To stay updated with all of our reports covering Pastor Derek Rymer's saga in court and also to help contribute to his legal fees because he is going to need it, you can head to savepastorderek.com. And as always, stay strong and stay free. For Rebel News, I'm Angelica Toy.